Potty training. What do I know about potty training? I'm a sleep consultant, right? I know, but people ask me about it all the time. So I thought I'd just come on and, I don't know, share my thoughts, tips, whatever. Now, because people ask me about it a lot, believe it or not, I once did a potty training instructor's course. I know these things exist. And so I paid the money, did the course, and thought, what a load of crap, pardon the pun. That's probably not fair. I'm sure the principles in that course were just fine, and lots of children have been potty trained with those methods. However, I just felt that it didn't really align with the way that I support families with sleep consulting. For example, sticker charts. Now, when it comes to sleep, I am not into sticker charts at all. If you've followed me for a while, you'll know that all the cheering and happy dancing and yay, you slept through the night. I'm sure it works well for lots of people, but I really want to harness a child's natural desire to learn and to be like their parents or their bigger siblings. Because that's what kiddies want to do. They want to grow up. So let's harness that interest, have playtime around potty training. I know, just hear me out here. So what do I mean by play with potty training? This could get messy. I mean make-believe, I mean pretending. So for example, you could get a potty, you could get a toilet training seat, you could even just pop them on the toilet if they want to go on, but fully clothed to begin with. So just invite your little one to come and experiment, to experience what it would feel like just sitting on the toilet with their clothes on. And some people might go, well, what's the point in that? They can't go to the toilet. No, I know that, but they will be practicing, they will be playing. Even if they sit on the toilet for half an hour with their clothes on looking at books, it's still a step in the right direction. And believe it or not, if your child has sat on the toilet without pants on and then gets off the toilet and promptly does a poo on the floor, that's still a win because they sat there and they gave it a try. Now they're exploring and experimenting, so we can't expect them to get it all right every single time or right from the beginning, as simple as the process seems to us. And in that situation, I would urge you, please, please, please don't make a massive drama about the poo on the floor. Don't be cross, don't be excited. Just notice, look, you did a poo. Where does the poo go, I wonder? And then you can use it as an opportunity to show them, look, poo goes in the toilet. I suggest you pick it up, don't let them do that part. But then you can put it in the toilet, you can wipe their bottom, you can flush it, wave poo goodbye. It's all part of the learning process. And at that moment, we don't need big cheers, we don't need stickers, we don't need any other incentives, because I really think that children have all the incentive they need purely by feeling like they're doing things like their parents, like their older siblings. And most will be pretty pleased at their own achievements anyway. Another tip I've got for you is think about getting a drawer full of pull-ups, full of undies, and make it theirs and encourage them to take a role in their toileting. So what that might look like in the beginning is sending them off to get a fresh pair of undies or pull-ups, and also having them involved in changing those. So for example, if they still wear a nappy, it might be time to shift to pull-ups. And then we don't have to ask them to lie down, to submit to all the wipes. Instead, they can help with the removal of the pull-ups. They can take them to the bin. If there's anything solid in there, we can plop that into the toilet and flush the toilet and make that part of the process too. The more they're involved, rather than just being passive participants in nappy changes, then you'll start getting them thinking about taking care of themselves in that way. They'll be gently exercising their autonomy, knowing what comes next, taking care of things in their own little way. Now, if you notice you're getting a few puddles on the floor, again, don't panic. Stay calm. And you could just keep a pile of old towels in the laundry, and if there is a puddle and an accident, you can say, hey, why don't you go and get a towel and we'll clean it up together. So if they want to be involved in that process and you're happy to let them, you can dab it up together. They can take the towel off to the laundry. If they don't want to, that's totally fine too. So the process is really quite similar to a lot of the recommended principles around weaning onto solids. They don't need rewards to eat well. We don't want to force them to sit there if they're not in the mood. We shouldn't be happy or sad or cross or delighted. If they eat their food, it's okay to comment and just to notice what they're doing, but we really don't want to be attaching emotions to these normal bodily functions that we want them to take care of for themselves, purely for the sake of growing up and what that means to them. So now, this is not the law. I don't know if you share any of these thoughts as well. I'm certainly no expert on potty training, despite having 4 kiddies of my own. But maybe some of my thoughts and principles that I've applied to potty training might just resonate with you. So if you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below, or let me know if you want to hear more on this. I could talk about potty training for hours.